Hi guys, so today we're doing an updated what's in my makeup travel bag. I'm packing my bags for tomorrow. I have a wedding to do, so I figured I would turn the camera on. And disclaimer, my nail did just break. It looks terrible. Just so that it looks better tomorrow, I might just like trim it. But yeah, just disclaimer, my nail did break. So this makeup bag is from MAC. It is the MAC travel bag. It actually comes with one extra compartment piece, but I don't put that in. This has been my favorite travel bag thus far. I used to have like a little suitcase one. I did want to get a Zuka, but this one works just fine. The only thing is obviously it doesn't have wheels, so you don't have to carry it on your shoulder. This is my second one because I'm really anal about it being clean. So I do clean it every single time after a wedding because these pieces can come off. They're Velcro, so you can take them on, off, you can leave them, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. But I do take this out each and every time and clean each piece because they do get dirty with makeup. So I'm going to walk you through everything that I'm going to be bringing with me. And I did do a trial, so I do know my client's skin tone and it's her family and friends. So I already know the skin tones that I'm working with, and I know the colors that I'm going to be working with, very neutral. If it was like a Sweet 16 and I knew the colors, I'd pack a little bit differently, but for the most part it will stay the same, like the standard. So the first things that I always pack are like essentials, so some scissors and some lash tweezers. These are from Anastasia, and this is a Tarteist lash applicator, so I like to put that in one of these little pockets right over here. I always pack 2 lash glues just in case, so I have the House of Lashes, the white one, and then this is the Callis eyelash glue. I bring 2 just in case either the person that I'm working with maybe forgot their lash glue, someone's sensitive, you just never know. So I always like to bring 2 lash glues, some mascara spoolies, an eyelash curler. This one is from Surratt. I love the wide angle because it will fit any eye shape. A little pencil sharpener. This one's from Kiko Cosmetics. 2 eye bases. This is MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then this is Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion. And 2 brow gels. This one's from Anastasia, and this is the Ready Set Brow from Benefit. I'm bringing 2 pomades with me. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony, and then this one is in dark brown. Those are my 2 most popular colors. And then I'm also going to be bringing the Inglot Gel Liner in number 77. It's a really nice waterproof black gel liner, and you can also bring like a mixing medium if you want to make this a little bit more wet. You can also use this as a base for smoky eyes. It's really great for that too. In this next little pocket, I like to bring any glitters or any like eyeshadows that are loose. I'm bringing these 2 Inglot Gel Liners. This one is 95 and 94, a nice gold and a nice pinky. I'm also going to be bringing these Inglot Pigments 123 and 14, a matte black shadow. This is Natasha Denona Blackest Black Matte Eyeshadow. It's very, very pigmented. I'm also bringing MAC Nylon because I'm not bringing my Z palette that has my MAC shadow in it. I'm actually going to throw in these Nars Soft Matte Concealers in my little like essentials bag just because they're small and they're pots, so they're easy to store in these little bags. And I'm bringing like Custard, Chantilly, and Ginger. Some glitter glue from Too Faced. MAC Costa Riche. Obviously I need a new one. This one is so small, but that's like a must have. This is also a huge must have for me. This is MAC LiquidLast Eyeliner. It's very, very waterproof, so you have to be very careful with this. Some MAC Extended Play Mascara, which I obviously use the spoolies, which is why I bring those. And I'll bring just like an extra mascara to use for the top lashes that are gonna get covered with lashes anyway. So just like any mascara, that one is the L'Oreal Manga Voluminous. Next up we have this compartment. So I'm going to be bringing Laura Mercier setting powder in translucent, but I'm also going to be bringing the Dermablend setting powder in translucent. This is the original one. Some MAC Studio Fix powders. My most used ones are C40 because it's a really nice like yellowy color. Obviously I need to re-up on this ASAP. I have like 2 more uses and then this one's gone. So I always bring MAC Studio Fix powder because they provide a lot of coverage. I'm also going to bring Benefit Hello Flawless in Petal, Charlotte Tilbury powder in medium, MAC Dark Golden, MAC Give Me Sun, of course, MAC Refined Golden Bronzing Powder, Mirabella Swirling Pearl. I like to bring a couple of different highlights, so that one's like my champagne one. I'll bring some golden tone ones. This one's from Tom Ford. I always bring Artist Couture Conceited. I go through this a lot in my kit especially. I always use this on people's collarbones as a highlight. It's amazing. So Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Conceited is a must for my kit. I actually have to buy a new one because I'm almost out. I always bring Laura Geller Gilded Honey because it doesn't accentuate texture. For my brides, I love using this Tom Ford highlight. Doesn't accentuate any texture, and I'm actually going to put that in this pocket back here. I'm gonna bring Milk Cosmetics Gold Ore. I like packing a lot of different highlights because different textures of skin require different highlights, and a little bit of Kat Von D setting powder. So that's pretty much full. Can't fit anything else in there, so I'm going to close that up. So in this pocket, I'm going to bring foundations. So I have good old Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have Tawny, Rattan, and Shell Beige. So I'm going to pack those down here. So I'm bringing Makeup Forever HD foundation. I love this in my kit as well. And I'm also going to bring my trusty Nars Sheer Glow foundations. I mainly use Stromboli, Tahoe, and Syracuse, yellowish undertones. I do have other colors, but again, I know who I'm working with, so these are the colors that I'm bringing. I'm also going to be bringing a foundation palette with me, so I'm not too worried about like the colors that I'm bringing. So now I'm going to also pack my primers in here. Some Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing, Too Faced Hangover RX, Smashbox Radiance, Cover FX Illuminating, which I've been really obsessed with lately. Dr. Brandt Pores No More, a must-have. Always bring MAC Fast Response Eye Cream. Amazing in a pinch for an eye cream, but also to fix any liquid eyeliner mistakes. That always comes with me. And a little Benefit Professional up in there. Pretty much set for that. Now for palettes. First palette I'm bringing is this Makeup Forever palette that is customized. I clearly need to buy a couple new shades. These are my most used eyeshadows, period, end of story. For myself, for my kit, it's a must. Anastasia Brow Pro Palette. This you can't really find in too many places. I get mine on friendsbeauty.com. It's a must-have. It has every brow color you'll ever need, from pitch black granite to the blondest of blonde. You have red, you have literally every hair color you would need. So that always comes with me. This little MAC palette that I customized. I have a really nice brightening powder. I have shades there. I have sculpting. I have Peaches, Desert Rose, and I forgot the name of this one, but it's like a shimmery peachy color. So I'll mix these, but the main colors that I use always on a bride or on anyone, Peaches and Desert Rose. They're my must have blushes. And I'll have some contour colors in case I want to get crazy in contour. Now usually I bring my Mayron foundation palette, but tomorrow I just feel like bringing the RCMA foundation palette, and this is the VK number 11. I will have that down below. This is a foundation and concealer palette. You can also use it to contour. Mine's a little messy as you can see, but you get literally every shade. I don't use any mixing mediums with this. I did get a question on that, but I just dip my brush in there, put it on a palette or a beauty blender, whatever, and they're super creamy, very full coverage, and they look amazing. So this is what that looks like. And just for extra eyeshadow, I'm going to bring this Anastasia palette. It's all neutral, customized again. I'm also going to be bringing this Nars highlighting palette, which looks really good on the skin. This Charlotte Tilbury Sculpt and Glow palette, again, very natural looking on the skin. And I never leave without this Milk Cosmetics Dark Matter Stack. Blur is so handy dandy. So I'm putting these in this little pocket. In this pocket, I will also include my setting sprays or primer sprays. This is Smashbox Primer Water, Urban Decay B6, also a primer water. This is a must have for me. Mine already wore off. I just refill it. This is Ben Nye Final Seal. It's for stage makeup, but I use it on everyone because this is what makes your makeup last till tomorrow, pretty much. You know, it literally locks and loads your makeup. It's very minty. It's pretty strong. You don't want to use too much of it because you will feel a little sticky, or your client will feel a little sticky. But your makeup or your client's makeup will not go anywhere with this. It is very handy, and I used to not use it, but now I use it on every single person, especially a bride. Tears, sweat, this is everything proof. So that's like my secret weapon. And then Glam Glow Glow Setter. I've been really obsessed with this. Like, I went through this way too fast. I love it. It smells great. Clients love how it smells and feels. Very refreshing. This is MAC Charged Water. It's very similar to MAC Fix Plus, but just a little bit more hydrating. So if I feel like the skin's getting a little dry, I'll use that. Now usually I would bring my Embroilise. This is just their concentrate cream, but I think I need a new one. I might. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, it's done, or maybe I probably could get a couple more squeeze out of this, but I'm gonna toss it because it's already broken here. Amazing. I use this as a moisturizer slash primer on everyone. I don't care what skin type you have. This is going on your face. Embroilise. It's amazing, but I'm all out. I have to improvise, and I'm going to bring the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief. It's also a great moisturizer under makeup. It's very hydrating, so even if you have really oily skin, if you're getting your makeup done by me, because I use a lot of powders, you're gonna get moisturized heavily, and I'm going to slap this on. So very moisturizing, that's a must. You need a lot of moisturizing products because a lot of people think they're oily, but they're not. So you always wanna be prepared for the worst, for dry patches, for all that. So always bring a moisturizer, not just primer. But I'm gonna bring 2 extra primers just in case. This is Hourglass Mineral Veil. Makes your makeup waterproof. Does leave a little bit of white cast under your makeup, but it doesn't show up after you put your makeup on. It's oil free. It's amazing. I always bring that. It just doesn't fit in here, so I'm gonna put it in this pocket. And then MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in case the skin is still dry after the moisturizer. This is a great hydrating primer. So I did bring the Nars Soft Matte Concealers, but I'm also gonna bring these Tarte Shape Tape Concealers in just a different array of shades. It's gonna go in here. Becca Backlight Priming Filter is also gonna go in here for some luminosity. This Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep Hot Springs Hydrating Gel. In case the person is kind of oily but they still need moisture, that one's nice and lightweight. And just some good old lip balm. So now I'm gonna bring lashes. Now I am bringing for me and the person who's coming with me, my best friend Charlene. She's also doing this wedding. So she just literally landed from her flight, so she didn't have time to go get lashes. So I'm bringing a lot of lashes, like just extra. These are all House of Lashes. I really like Featherette. Iconic, of course. More iconic. More Featherette. More iconic. These are Spellbound. Really nice, wispy, but long. So if they have really big eyes, but they want something natural, these are perfect. Spellbound and more Featherette. A lot of Spellbound, Featherette, and Iconic. Some Noir Fairy Light. Some Iconic Light. Always bring extra lashes. One, because, you know, either the client doesn't like the lashes, the eye shape is different, or you just get more clients than you thought you would have. Always bring more lashes. Never bring just the amount of people you're doing. You just never know. For my brides, I always bring Lily lashes. So I'm bringing Doha, Sydney, Makeup by Samuel. And I'm bringing a couple. I'm only doing one bride tomorrow, but I actually have a wedding Sunday, so I'm gonna bring a lot of mink lashes. But I like to have different styles. Even if in the trial we chose one lash, maybe the day of, you know, the bride wants something different, more dramatic, more simple. They have eyelash extensions. Their eyes are irritated. Like, you never know. You want to be prepared for the worst. We've got Brittany Bear, J Makeup, and Cans. Those are like the main lashes that I always repurchase for brides. More on like the fluffy natural side. Rarely do I ever get a bride, oh, I could fit a couple in there. Rarely do I ever get a bride that wants super dramatic lashes, and if they do, I'll do Mykonos or maybe like velour lashes if they want something more dramatic. But I actually could fit this in here. Try to pack the most that I can just to be prepared. You just never know. I'm also going to do Cover FX Mattifying Setting Spray. This one is new and I really like it. As well as MAC Marine Bright Formula Softening Lotion. This one's in the spray form. I still sprayed onto my hand and then put it on their face, but it gets the job done. It's like an exfoliator without having to exfoliate. I know some people bring exfoliators for their customers, like their clients, but I don't really do that because usually their hair is done and they don't want to get it wet, so whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much that. My handy dandy fan, which a subscriber got for me, and I'm so thankful for because it was the best thing ever. I definitely need a new one. I need to order one on Amazon because mine's already like breaking, but I always carry that with me. And also the shade Light Kat Von D, and I literally only use this yellow shade. I buy the whole thing for that yellow shade. It's that serious. You need it. That's gonna go in there. Foundation palette thingy-majig, and then my fan can go in there. We can close that baby up. And then I just go through everything, make sure I have everything. Primer, foundations, powders, setting sprays, eye base, eyeliner, lashes, eyelash glue. Like the main things you never want to be without is like eyelash glue and eyelashes and like foundation. Because like, let's say you forget liquid eyeliner, you can just kind of get by and just do like powder eyeliner, eyeshadow, but you never want to forget eyelash glue. I've been there, very embarrassing. It's terrible, you have to run out to the store, it's a waste of time. Make sure that's the first thing you pack is eyelash glue. Next I'm gonna pack my beauty blenders, and I packed them in this NYX Professional Makeup mesh bag. So I've got like the Sigma blender, my cake bake, some beauty blenders, the Real Technique sponge. This is also another thing, you always want to pack more beauty blenders because sometimes we'll use one to like cream contour or something like that and it'll get dirty, or with powder and you need another one just for one person. Sometimes I'll use 2 blenders blenders for one person. So I'll also bring a body blender for body makeup or just, you know, covering up anything on the body, and then just some Pro Beauty blenders, the black ones. So always bring extra just in case. Worst case scenario, you come home with clean blenders, but it's better to have more than to be embarrassed and having to wash your beauty blender there, because it's a waste of time, and there's no time for that during a wedding. I'm actually gonna pack this Clinique Chubby Stick for cream contour. That just reminded me of that. Next, we're gonna pack lippies. This is just like a MAC rectangular clear case. So I'm gonna pack mainly nudes because I know that's what mainly people go for, but I always like to bring a red and a mauve just in case. So I like to bring all types of colors, mauves, mattes, glosses. These are awesome. They're like darker mauvey, nudie kind of pinky colors. So I'll bring those. I'll bring some darker shades, mainly for like the moms. They usually want like darker colors, some dusty colors. Also an array of like reddy orange ones. A ton of Anastasia nudes and pinks and mauves. I always get a lot of use out of those during a wedding. Some lip liners, as well as just more nudes, because you can never have enough pinks and nudes, because everyone's skin tone is different. So what might look good on you might not look good on other people. So don't just bring like your favorite nude colors, because chances are it's not going to work for everyone. So I just pack this thing up to its full potential with glosses, mattes, mainly nudes, like I said, because that's mainly what people go for and ask for, especially at a wedding. But you want to have some other colors in there just in case. So that's that. And a lot of people ask me, do I apply this with the applicator? I don't. I'll apply some to my spatula or to the back of my hand, and then I'll use a lip brush. But I never like double dip. Never apply a lip product straight onto someone's lips. That's like a big no-no. Never, never, never. So I always use a lip brush, even for lip gloss and lip balm. So that's that. So now it's my least favorite thing, is packing brushes. So with packing brushes, I just like to fit as many as I can. So I'll just kind of organize them. I'll put all of like my black hair brushes on one side, and I'll pack the biggest ones up here at the top, and then I'll try to pack as many as I can in the other pockets. So we got just like Morphe, MAC, Sigma. I love this brush, the E46. We've just got some blush brushes. The Angel Merino brushes are awesome. Sephora collection. This is a must-have, Real Techniques setting brush. Some like under eye powder brushes. This is the Morphe Y14, which you can use for under eye powder or for highlighting, which I love. Multi-purpose brushes. I always put my highlight brush here at the top. Random brushes. More highlight brush. Some contour brushes. Then I start doing my eye brushes. Always want to have extra angled brushes, and also lip/concealer brushes, because I feel like you need a couple of those per person. So I just pack more than what I think I'll need. I don't always use every brush, but I'll show you guys what I do to bring the brushes home. I love Smith brushes. They make life so much easier, and blending is so much faster with those. This is a MAC brush belt, by the way, which is high key. This is the best brush belt. I've used other ones and nothing compares to this one. It's just amazing. Oh, I also like the Priscilla Ono brush stand, but I lost mine in a client's house. I don't know where, but wherever it is, I miss it. It will like have your brushes standing up, which I really loved. So I have to buy another one because it was very handy and made life a lot easier. Make sure you go through a full face and just make sure you have brushes for everything. Concealer, for lips, for shadow. I love this Veromona shadow brush. You don't have to do it this way. You can do it just by bringing some brush cleaner. I do bring brush cleaner as well. So you can, you know, just bring a couple and just clean them up. But I'm the type of person that I'm go, go, go. Like, I like to take my time with the makeup, so I don't have time to be cleaning a brush. So I'd rather have multiples of brushes. This way I don't have to go through that. I bring some Sigma. These are awesome. F80s. This Cosetti brush is great for detail. And I just kind of fit anything wherever it goes. Wherever it fits, it's gonna go there. And I always do these brushes in the middle. So that's my brush belt, and I'll just close it up, wrap it like this, and I'll put this in my purse. standing up so it doesn't get ruined and they don't like go anywhere. But this is really secure and it just holds so many brushes, as you can see. Again, I don't use all of these brushes, but it's a pretty big party tomorrow and you just never know. So it's always better to be over prepared. That is the key message in this video. Over prepared. I'm also gonna bring some brow pencils in this like random pocket. So Urban Decay brow beater and some Anastasia brow definers and brow wiz. So that's pretty much that. So I'm gonna give you guys a huge tip. When you're doing makeup and you have that brush belt, and obviously as you can see mine's really full, they get really dirty. You don't want to dirty your clean brushes just in case you're bringing home clean brushes. And you also don't want to dirty that brush belt too much because it's like the main one. So a little tip that I have is to bring extra brush belts. So just like any random brush belts, this one's from Paradise Cosmetics, just like any, and I'll bring them empty. So this way the really dirty ones like foundation brushes and lip brushes can go in here. So anything that gets super dirty that can kind of like contaminate other brushes are gonna go in these, and I'll pack them separately so that I don't dirty everything else. That's something that I learned along the way because I would come home and dirty everything with my lip brushes. You can also like wipe them down slightly, but if you don't have time for that, you can just throw them in here and you can just always clean these because they're not like your main brush belt. So that's pretty much that. So that's what I'm packing in this bag. I'm also gonna bring these Kirkland Daily Facial Towelettes. These are just makeup wipes. I really like them, and I'll just stick that in there. I will also bring a mirror. This is from Smashbox. I'll bring this one or my Benefit pink one. I'm also gonna bring 2 duck clips for my client's hair, and I always bring a clip and 2 hair ties for my hair because that's the last thing you want is hair in your face when you're doing someone's makeup. So I'll throw these in my purse because they're kind of delicate and I don't want them to break. I bring a Ziploc for my dirty beauty blenders. I don't like to put my dirty beauty blenders in the mesh bag just in case, again, I'm bringing home some clean beauty blenders. I don't want to dirty them. This is just a lot easier. You just throw them in here and you're good to go. You can also put like really dirty brushes in a Ziploc, like a separate one, if you don't have extra brush belts. So you can just get like the extra large Ziploc bags and that works fine too. I always bring a plastic bag for garbage, and then I'll bring some paper towels as well. I know one of my friends brings like a whole Bounty roll with her, so that's pretty much that. I also always have hand sanitizer on deck. I also have another one in my purse just in case. So I'll just close that up. So in my purse I have my brushes, my lippies, my beauty blenders. I have this bag in here that carries just literally anything extra like gum, clips, just like random things, hair ties, things like that. I always bring my camera with me. This is a Sony a5100. This is the camera that I vlog with. And then I just have this Manfrotto little mini desk tripod. I don't really use it as a tripod too often. I mainly use it as a stick to stabilize me while I'm vlogging now. But this is a great camera to bring with you as a freelancer. Great picture quality. It really shows off the makeup very well. This is what I use for my client pictures most of the time. If I don't bring this, I bring obviously my iPhone with me and I'll do that, but this will smooth the skin out, so you want to make sure you either have that off or on low. But yeah, I have a pink cover on it. This is from Amazon. My camera is white, but because of makeup fingers I put the case on. And this little tripod I got on Amazon as well. I love Amazon. And I'll also bring my speaker. This one's a Bose speaker, and I like to bring a speaker with me because I like to have things lit. I like to be in the mode. I don't like when it's too quiet. I just think too much, and I feel like people think too much, so I always have like a Pandora shuffle station. And if it's too early, obviously I ask. Well, I always ask to put the music on anyway, but I'll either hook up my Pandora playlist or even sometimes like my clients. So like if it's a bride, I'll hook up her playlist, just a little speaker, and it is a little bit heavy, but it's totally worth bringing. And the last thing that I bring is this light. This is my Glamcore light, so it's kind of hard to get it in the frame, but it's this adjustable light system. You can bend the arms, which is really convenient. It really is nice for traveling because it comes apart. So there's a knob in the back that you unscrew, and so you just fold these guys up. You get the cables. Another cool thing about this light is it has warm and cool lights and also a neutral. You do get a controller where you can adjust the temperature and the brightness. So you can lower it, you can have it warmer, cooler, all that. It does have the settings as well on the actual light, so you can use this, but the controller is really handy. So really simple, just a regular outlet. So the Glamcore comes with this really handy bag, and I just put everything in this first pocket. And And then the tripod is really easy to assemble and disassemble. It has this knob at the bottom. It goes up and down, and then you just unscrew this one. So it folds up really nicely and small, and it's super handy to bring a light with you. I'll switch between artificial and natural lighting while I'm doing makeup just to make sure that it's looking good both ways. I have my MAC travel bag, my light, and then my purse with all the extra goodies. I know it seems like a lot, but it's really just over prepared, but obviously not bringing like excessive amounts of things where you're just gonna like break your back. I always travel in car, so you know, Uber or whatever the case may be, I always travel in car, so it's not too bad. And also another thing is sometimes I'll bring my chair. So I'm actually in the market for a new chair. My chair is very big, so I bought it on Amazon. I'll link it. It was like $100, but it's very high, and since I'm short, it's not really convenient. I mean, it's okay, like it gets the job done. It folds up. It's just like a camping chair, but I do need to get like a smaller chair that's a little bit shorter. But not having a chair really sucks because your back really hurts. Like I have major lower back problems from doing makeup because I'm always crouched. I'll always wear sneakers and bring a water with me. I do have a mat that I don't bring with me, but I can. That helps also with my feet. And then when I get home, I like to immediately switch into some like sandals or some slides just to kind of like shock my feet and give them just like something different. So yeah, that's what I bring with me. If you want more freelancing videos, let me know exactly what you'd like to see. Makeup on people, or like what other kind of like freelancing videos, questions you guys want me to answer. I just wanted this video to be simple, no intro, just straight to the point. So sorry if you didn't see me in this video, but I just wanted to show you what's in my makeup travel bag and what else I bring with me because you guys had some questions on lighting and things like that. So I'm gonna go get some rest because I have a couple of hours to sleep, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah. Bye guys.